Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Today is October 31st, 2020. I'm getting ready to run my weekly projection where I try to predict the number of deaths, COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. by 4 separate dates. 1, November 1st, 2, 2 December 1st, 3, January 1st, 2021, and 4, and the most important one, as you see in a second, February 1st, 2021. All right? So now let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Okay. What I want you to see are a couple things. The model is updated on October 29, 2020, which is Thursday. They're currently predicting 399,163 COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. by February 1st, 2021. So let's come down to daily deaths then. The next thing I want you to notice is this right here. Daily deaths is the best indicator of the progression of a pandemic. The best indicator of the progression of a pandemic, not cases. Yet all the news media wants to talk about is cases. Okay, let's zoom down. Let's take a look at their model. This is what's called a smooth or a fitted curve. Its purpose is to cut through the volatility, the daily volatility, to the underlying trend. And the trend, as you can see here, since mid-April, April 14th, 15th to 16th, has been continuing down. This bump here doesn't really make that much difference. Then it continued down. Now it appears to be spiking up a little bit. There was roughly 1,100 deaths yesterday. Okay. Now what I'm counting on, folks, is that human nature isn't going to change. I'm counting on the fact that the people who are wearing masks are going to continue to wear masks, and the people who aren't wearing masks will continue to not wear masks. Okay. Let's take a look at some data here. Let's just run the libraries here. Run some data. On the second set of data, plot the cumulative curves. Okay, as you can see, deaths, of course, as you expected, continue to decline. Since this is cumulative, it only goes up through October 30th. Okay, 229,686 deaths. Cases as of October 30th, 9,442,000. Okay, now the question is, what's the current average number of deaths per day in America? 933.7 or 934 deaths per day. Now we take a look at the various projections from the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. We can start back up here on October 10th. They said 394,693. A week later, on October 15th, they said 389,079, so that's a decrease. Last week, they said 385,000, lowered it a little more. October 22nd, okay? Now, on October 29th, they raised it by about 15,000 to 399,163 deaths by February 1st, 2021, okay? Now, these are my projections. These numbers are cast in stone, regardless of what the numbers do. I'm staying with these models. Okay. So right now we're one day off of this number here, but I can tell you right now this is less than plus 5%. This falls within the range of plus 5%. Is it going to be a big enough change tomorrow to change this number? Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Now, my next projection is for December 1st, 2020. 261,895 with a plus or minus 5% range of 248,800 to 274,989. Now, for the January 1st, 2020 range, I'm projecting 291,151 with a plus or minus 5% range of 276,593. With a plus or minus range of 276,593 to 305,708. And now here is their number. 317,482 deaths by, here's my projection for February 1st, 2021. 317,482 with a plus or minus 5% range of 301,607 to 333,356 deaths by February 1st, 2021, which is significantly different than this up here. We're talking over 60,000 difference. Now, as I said before, what I'm counting on that you're not going to change. I'm counting on the fact if you wear a mask, you're going to continue to wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, you're not going to wear a mask. That's what this model is based on. This model is based on the average daily deaths. Okay, so now let's just plot the daily cases. I'm sure you've seen this plot before, at least the red lines before. Okay, clearly going up. But my question is here: what happened to the deaths from say June up until September, or June up until August? Where's the deaths associated with these? Because we're 2 months past this year. Okay. Now let's take a look at the model itself. First of all, let's project the model out here. In order to reach the magic number of 399,163 deaths by February 1st, 2021, we had to average 1,802 deaths per day. We're averaging 933. And this is where my projected model comes in at 317,482. This number here is going to change, but my projection is not going to change. I'm going to stick with this number right here. Okay? Now, so now we plot we plot both the average deaths per day and the required deaths per day in order to reach that magic number of 399,000. Okay? The blue line is the actual number of cases, or the actual number of deaths, and they did, in fact, you can actually see right in there, you can actually see it did pass 1,000 yesterday. Okay? But nonetheless, this is the average. This is the current average. Look at all the days that are added below this average. Look at all these days added below the average. The red line is the average per day we have to have at 1,802 deaths today to reach 398,163 by February 1st, 2021. The green line. Look at all the days when we're underneath this line. That's why I think their numbers off. That's why I think that their numbers are off. Okay? That's why I think their numbers are off. Let's take a slightly different version. This next plot's similar to the one you saw on the website. I'm using a smooth curve technique called low S or low S. It just kind of gets rid of the volatility. But here you can see once again the red and the green line. You can see all the days underneath that line. You can see all the days underneath. If we average them out per day, look at this. From here over to here, we haven't made it up to this line. So, I hope this has been encouraging to you as it has been to me that the deaths are continuing to decline. And that something radical has to change in this country as far as COVID-19 in order for us to reach that 399,000. Okay? So anyway, but I do want to encourage you to, if you're not wearing a mask, start wearing a mask, okay? Because when you wear a mask, you basically take away that argument. You can't say, well, if people wear a mask, the number to be X number lower. No. If we wear a mask, we'll take that pitch away from them. We'll take the pitch away from them and have them explain why cases are climbing and deaths are falling. Okay? Thanks so much for your time today. I'll catch you next week.